right? And as this game starts, and this is a pretty interesting map, it was Noobs of AOC 3, and it's actually on my YouTube. And it was like me, Dave, Bua, Nikki, Spear, just some people in the community, and we were casting Niminos Game, who's a Boobly mod, friend of ours, and I was relatively new to casting. It's just awful casting for me, awful mic, awful quality. But that was the first time I've ever casted with Dave, and then like after that, like we just casted once or twice and just kind of caught on. And that is on my YouTube. It's one of my earlier videos. But that was about a year ago, and you know, he was never into RM before that, but I'd like to think that Noobs of AOC game is what started it all. But anyway, let's talk about this. We have Wildest Moose playing as the Goths. I assume they chose the same civilizations. There's a lot of stone this time, and still a lot of gold. You can see the monument in the middle, in this King of the Hill free-for-all, is surrounded by water, which would be very interesting. On the right-hand side of Wildest Moose, he has Cape Man playing as the Koreans. In the orange, True Analysis playing as the Spanish. Below him is XD playing as the Turks. In the teal, we have More Beer playing as the Chinese. I think they switched the civs up a bit. Franks for Nader. We have Celts for Lesric and Celts for Green, which I'm just going to stick with because I struggle saying his name. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. As you can see, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of fish in the middle. And it's going to be a water battle for the middle. I mean, you can always drop off rams, but you're never going to drop off land units unless you don't really think about that. That's probably not going to be the wisest decision. Dropping off rams is a great thing to do. Now, if you look at Wildest Moose's point of view, players do start with 2 ponies, by the way, and that's what they used to scout with, but beyond that in the barracks, what he can see so far is this, and honestly, it'd be kind of hard to guess what's going on. On Mega Random, as he shoots the pony down, Justice for Ponies, there's a lot of water, so he might be able to just assume that there's a Baltic-style middle. More Beer saying he hates the horses. Yeah, the horses are interesting. You can actually see the other players' horses when they're not in your line of sight, like they're where you've scouted in your fog of war. So that's what's interesting about the ponies, but they can't attack you. And another thing is they can't lure deer, which, you know, would be really nice over on this side. But you know what? I think Wildest Moose could always build a mill there. I'm taking a look around. You can see a lot of gold, good stone positions for everybody. It would be smart to wall off, though, just to make sure you're not attacked. And you know what? This is going to be a super long game because the countdown hasn't started because no one has come out here. No one has even docked. Well, it's still kind of early for that, but don't know if players are thinking about that or what. Lesric says stop. They're fighting over sheep somewhere. My horse, says XD. Yeah, it's hard for me to follow all the ponies. There's so many of them. There's so many of them, but you could easily do an early drush if you want to. Just because you start with that barracks. I don't know if players will do that, but it would be quite useful to have that extra. Basically, it's a wood bonus, like, because that barracks is free. You don't have to spend the wood for it, and then you can just toss the dock up. Because normally, if you wanted to drush and do the dock, you'd have to choose which one to do first. There's barely any wood. Take the blue pill says there's barely any wood. It probably won't be a long game. Well, there is a lot of wood in the back for some players. That will be messy. Vaportron out with the sub, and again, thanks guys. The support's awesome. And there's a dock from Wildest Moose. It's not the best dock in the world, is it? He's actually docking this pond, but it will be safe, and there are some deep fish for now. Good to see players prioritizing a dock. That's a good point about the wood. Some players have more wood than others, but I think there's enough wood to fight in the middle in the Imperial Age for sure. The question is, are we going to see land battle, really? And XD might be thinking about walling up, but True Analysis is already here, and this is actually a really bad map for True Analysis because his goals are both forward and next to the water. He probably should have locked this down with his own walls. He has not done that yet. Now I do recall Lesric before. He's played in the community game, and he's not the most experienced player in the world, but he has learned, because last time we were talking about Lesric's slumber camps, and it's been months and months and months. You can see he's already on berries, and he doesn't have the same build distribution as other players. But nobody, the thing about King of the Hill, the thing about Free For All is nobody is out of the game with skill level, because you can always come back. We're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players fighting in the middle. Lesric can come back and just take it all, so you never know. XC's doing the smart thing, walling on this side as well. Gonna run into more beer. That'll be interesting because you're both trying to wall here. A little bit of a house wall. Down here, XD's even gonna lame a bit, which is really, really BM. Okay, and I think walling is the smartest thing to do. Docking is the smartest thing to do. This back dock is really nice for Nadir because he has, well, 1 more deep fish, 2 more deep fish in comparison to Wildest Moose. Now, Wildest Moose is saying it's impossible to win if you didn't win it. Take a water sieve. I disagree. I disagree. He's Goss. You know what he could do? He'd go up to Imp, and he could just start killing everybody with Huskarls. Why not, right? Why not? I mean, that wouldn't win the game, but if he were to kill a couple players that are strong on the water, hey, it'd work. But I don't agree. I mean, you can go on water yourself as Goss and still do good. Drop the Rams. Rams are really important. Now, Lesric now. Like I said, showing a bit of inexperience. This is where the Celts shine, baby. Yep, he knows the Celts have their wood bonus, so Lesric is gonna take advantage of that. Were there boars on this map? Did I miss that? Yeah, I don't think there were any boars on this map because players went to the deer. That's one thing I might have missed. Wildest Moose is well ahead of everybody else up to the feudal age. As I say, that green is now clicked up. And other players are going to be going up as well. And it looks like both players on this side have walled up. They've been kind to one another. For now, it seems. But yeah, this is going to be a longer game, just because the countdown starts at 500. So if they start the countdown in the Imperial Age, and I pray they don't, but if they do start the countdown in the Imperial Age, that means they can fight all they want, but it has to get to 100 years before it actually matters, which will take a while. It'll take like 30 game time minutes, I think, to get to 100 years. I think even more than that. So normally on a land map or when you have fishing ships in the middle, you can just run out here and start that countdown, but nobody has actually docked the middle. And that's really surprising because that's where all the deep fish is. Imagine a dock right here. Look at all that fish. Nobody's done that yet. We might see that from Wildest Moose now. And remember, he was the one who was a little bit salty, if I do say so. And he was like, you can't win if you don't have a water sieve. Well, his build's out here. It looks like he's building a market. Might do his blacksmith market, but he should dock. He definitely should dock. The fish boom is so important. And actually, this is very interesting. It looks like green has actually docked this as well. It's like nobody has scouted this map. I don't get it. That's a horrible dock. That's a horrible dock. Eventually, these fishing ships from these guys are going to be useless. Unfortunately, you can't pick up these fishing ships, fold them up, and just like put them back down with villagers on the other side. What if you could put a fishing ship inside a trade cart, like toss the trade out of the trade cart and like grab 5 villagers, let's say, and just pick up the fishing ship, toss it in the trade cart, then have the guy with the trade cart run over and then dump the fishing ship into the water, then build another dock? Am I thinking too hard about this? I don't know. That would make the game way too complicated, and it's already complicated. Something to note here, it looks like Nadir does have one of his main golds outside the wood line. Immunity says, can't they see the monument is surrounded by water? Yes, they can. So that should be the assumption. I mean, of course, there could be land in the middle, but if you have a pony, all you have to do is click the monument, and then the pony's not going to get there. The only other way that the pony wouldn't get there is if someone has walled it up already, which is unlikely, so that's pretty much what should be the case. What is this? I'm pretty sure this is a misclick or something, because green has this villager trying to build a dock up here, and the villagers come down here. Oh, you know what? Oh no, that's not his pony. I was guessing that he went like this and he grabbed the pony and the builder, but I was incorrect. Do we have a dock in the middle? Finally, from Wildest Moose. Now, Wildest Moose, please do not grush the middle. Okay, so he's gonna grush the middle. Now, the good thing about this, now I want Wildest Moose to do well, just because he kind of sassed my game type, right? You know, he was like, there's no way you can win unless you have a water sieve. Obviously, Meg ran him. You don't know what type of map you're going to get. But it's good he's going to start the countdown. But it's bad that he is going on water now, because it's going to be really difficult for him to sustain unit production and economy production. I just don't know if that's possible for him. And I want to see him do well, because I want to be like, haha, in your face, you can do well. That's why. But green's docking in the middle, obviously. We might see red do the same, so everybody's thinking about it. And we did see, of course, a Trush from True Analysis on this side. And he may have hopped through. And if you're unfamiliar with that, if there's a diagonal house, or, yeah, XD, look at that. If there's a diagonal house and palisade wall, or just houses, you can garrison villagers in the tower, and then ungarrison them and drop them through. And True Analysis, he's very active on my Discord. If you do ! Discord, you can be as well. He loves trushing, which I absolutely hate. We'll see if he does anything. Well, Castle Age upgrades coming in for both these players, so that'll be interesting, because we could see a castle in this area. But of course True Analysis would do that. Well, War Galley now for Wildest Moose. Good thing he started that countdown. So let's say he started that 25 years ago. I think it was around 18 minutes, so we'll see how long it does take. I'm sure somebody has calculated that already, but I've forgotten. Wezrick's down here doing his thing. He has a lot of resources in the back. Like, if he has the time, he keeps his TC running, he'll be in a good position. I did notice that green was trading. I didn't touch on that. I'm not sure if anybody noticed it in the chat, but green was actually trading with this dock from blue, which is just a silly move. He's gonna lose all his fishing ships, which really shouldn't mean that much to him anyway at this point. Let's talk about the civilizations in the Middle Goths. They're not strong on water. Celts aren't really that strong on water. Over here we have Turks, and they are pretty good on water. And what's going on with the Trush War? True Analysis, he only has 5 vills, but he could send more. What's XD gonna do? Oh, he's getting loom. Looks like he lost a couple villagers. He's gonna put a castle up over here, but oh, XD! Oh, this is awful. Man-at-Arms coming out. This is what the Trush does to you. Now, I'm not sure how much damage this tower is going to do, but it will do damage. True Analysis is going to get this up before the castle goes up. The castle is halfway. If this castle goes up, it will be in range of just these 2 towers, so it's not really doing that much. But you can see the villagers are being focused down. One's going to go down. This is ugly. This is real ugly. But will the castle go up? I think it will go up. XC just needs to micro the weak vills. Looks like he's doing that, or he's getting really lucky. I think it was just a little bit of luck more than anything. Alright, I like it. Now, if I was XD, I would get a little bit of payback and build a transport and just transport the guy. But True Analysis, he's going to be a menace. And he's going to attack this barracks now and try and get in. But that push should be stopped. Wildest Moose. Actually, I think by far the strongest player right now, with a ton of war galleys. His Vill lead seems to be ahead. More Beer is actually the only player who's doing a little bit better than him in economy. Chinese are a fantastic civilization. They're great because they have amazing demo ships. Over here we actually Nadir is... he really likes Franks. I recall him being Franks before. He's gonna try and attack Lesric? No, not like this. Don't attack Lesric. And first of all, just build a transport ship. That's what I would do. If you want to attack him, build a transport. He might be doing that right now. And take a look. No, he's not building a transport. But he does have some really strong knights. Franks, of course, so 3 bloodlines. I'm thinking the transport's going to come out. He has +2 defense and forging, so he is not messing around. No transport. But this could be trouble for Lesric, and like I said before, I don't think Lesric is the most experienced player in this game. Rock bottom in the scores. Meanwhile, Cape Man has actually taken the middle, and with what? That 1 galley, not that that matters, but he has done it. And his docks are gonna go down. And his stone's gonna be denied on the left side. Well, there's a castle from midair. He didn't think about the transport. But if he went for the transport, that would have been epic, because he could have transported these 5 villagers, and he could have just dropped the castle over here. With his support of knights, Lesric would not have been able to do anything. Lesric would probably be out of this game, but Nadir not thinking of that. He's giving Lesric a little bit of time, and Lesric ideally will get his own defensive castle up, but man, he does not have the resources for that at all. Okay, over here, it still looks like longswords are attacking these towers, which is not something you see every day. Guard tower upgrade comes in from True Analysis, also something you don't see every day. And now he's walling up behind. I think True Analysis should continue to wall up and not worry about attacking on land anymore. Just because Vanish are good on water, you can definitely get a castle up on water and put up a fight. Once this gets down to 100 years, players tend to forget about that for whatever reason. I don't get it. Like I said, Wildest Moose, if he thought he had a disadvantage, he could always attack on land and just try and kill everybody and then push in at 100 years. But oftentimes, like, more than one player just completely forgets about the middle, and Wildest Moose is not that player. It's always so hard, like, it's so hard to time, so it's hard to judge players, but there's the petards from Nadir, and I expect Lesric to struggle. I don't think he has pikemen. Lesric, he's buying stone. He's gonna go for a castle somewhere, and he's gonna put it up there. Oh man, dude, that's a bad spot. But he's desperate. He's desperate. He needs to be safe. But look at the navy from Wildest Moose, and his economy's not too bad. More Beer has 20 extra villagers though, and as Chinese, you have to think he's gonna do something in the Imperial Age. He's almost in the Imperial Age. He could kill Nadir. He could kill XD on land if he wants. It's interesting that XD is still pushing back on True Analysis. Like, there's this little 1v1 on this side. Like, they both hate one another. But again, like, players not thinking about the transport. But man, look how many villagers are going down. True Analysis is sacrificing so many vills, and he's gonna lose all of them. Actually, yep, all of them. And that castle needs to be deleted and relocated. Just messy stuff on this side. Messy stuff on this side as well. Or Lesric. So I can guess, and I could be wrong, that Lesric is not going to do anything until much later in this game. Nadir will probably kill him at this rate. Watchtower not going to be enough. Now, what's the play from More Beer? I feel like More Beer and Wildest Moose are the 2 strongest players. Then you have to keep in mind Cape Man has been untouched. This entire time he's on 4 TCs at 82 vills. Green is not doing too bad either at 68 vills, and he's trying to dock. So we have at least 4 players that will be going for the middle, but we have 35 military for Wildest Moose. XD and True Analysis, I mean, they're struggling. 47 vills for XD, 51 for True Analysis, but still, that's not awful. True Analysis is on the way up to Imp, though, which is crazy. It's certainly not an economy that will back up war galleys and galleons and cannon galleons that the Spanish have. You can see the fishing ships are unable to do anything back here now. Imagine if they were in the middle. It'd be great. But oh man, look at this. No, green needs to go back from this. I don't think he can get this castle up. He should definitely go back. He's not going back though. He's being stubborn. Is he going to send more vills or is he just going to lose all of these? It's not even halfway up. He's going to send more vills. No! Don't do it. Oh man, these villagers are getting wrecked. And as you can see, only like 3, 4, 5 villagers are even touching the castle. It's going to take so long. He's sacrificing so much. I said he was at like 80 some vills a while ago. He's going to go below 70 here. Unbelievable. Why are you committing to this? It's still going to be close. Is he going to get it up? I think he'll get it up, but it's going to be... Oh, man, so close. Look how many vills went down there. He just sacrificed like 30 villagers. Unbelievable. Last time I checked, he's at 72, and now he's at 58. That's 14 at least. 20, maybe. 20, but... Oh, man. Crazy stuff. Still over here. True Analysis. Going to be a menace. I bet you he comes out with the trip, because he just wants to kill XD. Meanwhile, XD, let me guess, battering rams and Jans. Yep. He wants to kill True Analysis, so those two are fighting amongst one another. What is Morbier doing? Is he going to attack this guy? Well, he's Elite Chukunu. No, he's definitely going to do that. He's going to deny that castle with 2 Elite Chukunu. Wouldn't it be funny if he used that villager to wall in the Chukunus and he just left them there? And the knights came around, the knights couldn't do anything. That would be amazing. Now, obviously, like, he doesn't know the knights are coming, but that would be... That'd be great, because it'd actually stop the castle from going up. More vills will come over, and they're gonna go down. More Chukunus could come out just to win this fight, but... How's Lesric doing? Lesric actually... He survived. Unbelievable. I cannot believe Lesric held on. Meanwhile, here's the fight. There's the Treb. Expected. Still no transport. Finally, there's the transport from XD. He's gonna go for a castle, and let's see what True Analysis can see. Well, he doesn't have a large economy. He hasn't made any conquistadors. He has towers and a couple TCs. There's the transport. It's only gonna be 5 vills. He'll see whatever lands. Assuming it lands right here. Okay, it's gonna land in the back, and this will be interesting. If XD chooses to build a castle back there and raid with Janissaries, that's gonna be devastating. But look at the navy now from blue in the middle. 321 years, a ton of time. There's just so much time remaining. I still feel like Teal's doing the right thing. Like, Teal's at 103 vills, which is ahead of blue, and he's probably going to kill Nadir. Nadir's on his way up to Imp, actually. Look at the fishing ships as well. 22 fishing ships from Morbier. On the back. Now, the one thing that was a little bit unfair is that he had this large pond back there, and, like, the players, like, Nadir and Lesric, they didn't have that. Same goes with yellow and orange, but you could see yellow could have accessed this and blue could have accessed this. I guess there's a total of... The north and the south corner have these large ponds, which are... It's only captured by Teal. Like, if you look at the top, blue hasn't even thought of going here. Yellow hasn't even thought of going here. So that's kind of mind-blowing to me, to think that there's all that fish to be taking and no one's doing it. And that's a huge help. Teal, that's probably his MTC. Nadir, it's probably his MTC. I don't think he'll lose that. The question is, how early do players commit? We've seen it before, like we saw not Dutch class. Man, I'm confusing everybody. Gamisha, we saw Gamisha the one time on a similar map. Wait till the last moment, and it was too late. But also, if you go too early, you're gonna lose units that you might not want to lose. There's stables in the back from XD. He's gonna try and build a castle here. This is bad for XD. This is really bad for him. For analysis, sending forward 2 trebs. I hope XD does not touch this castle, because if he just taps it, it will be destroyed. And speaking of destroyed, 2 Mangonels coming out. The Jans could focus them down. There's 1 shot though, and good micro from XD. And oh, you know what? True Analysis is going to go for a castle there. We're going to see another ballsy castle in this game. XD, you need to delete the house and let your units through. Delete the house and let your units through. Oh, man. That is hard to see. And you can see True Analysis was tasking his units and trying to get the castle up. And it did not happen. Teal is pushed out. Blue has gone back. Not really important right now. They weren't fighting. XD saying can't even get imp. Well, this is basically what's happening now. Players are fighting each other on land because they know they have so much time. Nader is down here with some fire ships. He's going to try and clean out all the fish. That would really hurt Morbeer. Now, Morbeer, I think, accidentally has sent galleons down here because he's probably toggling through his docks. I would like to see some demos for sure from Morbeer this game. Utilize that T90 demo emote, but we'll see. I actually wasn't focusing on this. Yellow has been raiding blue a bit, and he's actually pushing in. Look at this. I did see his Siege Workshop earlier. He's coming in with Korean Light Cav? Korean Light Cav and Captram. He's taking out that castle. That's a very odd move, but he's killed a lot of Vills. So yellow is attacking blue. Blue is attacking green as well. I think green should clear up that Reb with just a Cav Archer in the night. Kind of messy from blue. Here's a big engagement in the middle. If you compare it to the upgrades, you can see they are similar. They're actually the exact same. How are the patrols? I think blue started this fight well, but I don't think he has the numbers. But Teal doesn't have all his units fighting, so we'll see. Blue actually has a lot of units stacked. We're going to see a lot of water warfare, so I'm going to have to get used to judging this. Yeah, blue winning the first part of this engagement, but certainly going to struggle now because he doesn't have any more reinforcements coming in. Lesric is saying 11, and probably because, well, this doesn't look good for him. And he's killing everything. Yeah, he's not happy about life, so he's just gonna end it all. And, you know, it's not really good for the kids, but it is real life. Sometimes it happens. That villager's gonna go down now as well. That's the only one that wanted to survive. And, oh man, XD with the Light Cav attack! This is great. Now the castle, this is revenge. True Analysis has pushed in a little bit with his trebs. But man, the Hussar now coming in from XD because he just hit the Imperial Age. Look at this raid. Unbelievable. I forgot about this back here. That is a great castle. I think that True Analysis is going to struggle, and I expect True Analysis to just fight on land against one another, which is kind of sad because we need more people on water. Lesric, he resigned, so he's out of this game, and there's a town center from Nader, and he's happy to have that space. Meanwhile, speaking of space, Teal wants it. He's pushing down. Does Teal have his fishing ships? No, he doesn't have many left. 215 years, so I think we're looking at about an hour. That's when it's going to be down to 50 or something. And of course, it can always change hands, so we'll say at about 55 years it'd be at 100. I'm just still guessing at this point. Oh, Teal's not patrolling. Are you kidding me? You have to patrol. Now he's patrolling. Now he's trying to fight, but Blue's coming in with more units. This is going to be very good for Wildest Moose. Very good fight for him. Trade cogs. Definitely a misclick. Trade cogs going in to trade, but not going to make it. And how are things going over here for True Analysis? You know what? I like True Analysis, but I like to see justice, and he deserves this. He deserves it. I like to see the fact that he has no economy now. I like it a lot. XD's at 131 Vils. He's double the economy of True Analysis, and you know, that's justice. I like it. Is Morebeer gonna push the Paladins of Nadir, or is he gonna think about transporting some of these siege rams to the middle? Because that 190 years, and players need to think about it now. Those are decoy cogs. Decoy cogs, yeah. Things are speeding up a bit. Game's getting more intense. There's a Treb, 2 Trebs now from XD. I don't see it getting any better for True Analysis. Doesn't have the resources to do anything. Yellow is on water with fast fire ships, and that means Blue's probably gonna lose all of these units. That's a lot of fast fire ships. I don't know why he's gone fast fires as Koreans, but he should be able to win this fight. Still, these guys are fighting down here. It looks like Wildest Moose is doing a better job at reproducing and patrolling. He's just on top of it. 83 military for him, 54 for Morebeer, and Morebeer has a lot on land, so, I mean, Wildest Moose is well ahead. I don't think he has much on land at all. Yeah, just a couple Huskarls. But, oh, there are the elite turtle ships! Are you kidding me? Elite turtle ships! Yes! Cape Man! What a legend! Look at that! These things are so tanky. They're so tanky. Oh man, if he can mass enough of these... Well, we're gonna have to see demos then. We're gonna have to see demos come in and take these guys out. Turtle ships, how often do you see them? Only in T90 official community games. Now they're running a little bit close to the castle. They don't have much support, but you can see how much damage they tank. They're very strong. But Teal's getting wrecked here, man. Getting wrecked. He needs to build castles on this shoreline. He needs to continue to build units. He's struggling. He really is. And it's not helping that Nadir is not on water, because Nadir could attack him, and I really don't want to see that happen. I remember in the beginning I said that I wanted Wildest Moose to do well because I wanted to prove to him that you don't have to have the best water sieve to win this, but he's doing a little bit too well. At 151 years, I want to see other players contesting. And there's so many turtle ships here, but it's not going to be enough. Like, he does not have enough of them. Too expensive. But man, that's awesome to see. That's awesome to see for sure. He just had them in support. Which he might do. That'd be great, because he is adding in galleons now. But, you know, there's so many units from Wildest Moose at 183 military. You have to think he has the huge advantage in this game. Nadir has one dock. One dock. Is he just gonna be that guy and kill everyone on land? Yeah, probably. Probably is. But he has other docks. Oh no, he's researching War Galley now, so he might go for the middle. His other docks are on the right, so I shouldn't say just one dock, but 2 useful docks now. But once the docks go down for yellow, he's unable to produce anything. He needs a castle or towers. Korean towers would do quite well. I need to get on water. And what's going on with these guys down here? I mean, it looks like we have Spanish villagers fighting and dying. True Analysis probably going to get cleaned up. Getting cleaned up here as well. And this just like, this makes me feel so good. Like when someone trushes, it brings me pain. And when the trusher dies, a horrible death, it makes me happy. Now, I know True Analysis is very active on my stream, but seriously, it is very good to see XD pushing back like this, and it was a very slick move to transport. And he's a lot of gold, and as Turks, he could push in if he wants to on water and help out. And True Analysis is actually thinking about that now. I was not expecting that. Yellow opted to go for a castle here instead of a tower. Now, you know, one tower might not have been enough, but it would have helped him get this castle up maybe. He can get that up, that will help him with those docks. Blue's sending more navy though. And now Teal is trying to fight blue. He's saying anyone else in the middle too, with a sad face. Because he's gonna lose his army. Now, what I don't get is that Morebeer is continuing to fight this one. Like, he should know he's lost this. And he's continuing to fight. You need to go back in this fight, Morebeer. You need to retreat, because you're gonna lose your army. You should not be fighting this. It's at 100 years. You still have plenty of time. But this is something that's hard to see, because obviously Nadir does not want to waste his paladins and his land units, which he used to kill a weaker player over here. He doesn't want to waste them, so he's going to use them, but he's actually attacking the only person that's doing a decent job on water. And as I say that, his units are getting cleaned up. True analysis is not going to be able to do anything. I really want to see XD start sending units out. I want to see Yellow start sending units out, but Yellow has his castle denied, for now anyway. But they all can still do it. What is Nadir doing? Why is Nadir not making anything on water? What does Green have? What does Green have? Guys, I want to see your T90 demo emote in the chat. I haven't talked about Green in forever, and that's because he has a ton of heavy demos in his docks. I was getting so upset. I mean, still, he could lose all of them. But, he's adding in galleons as well. This is a good combo, but they need to think about fighting together. I mean, seriously. And Nadir, why are you doing this? It's too late for this. Well, too late for this. True Analysis has just transported some villagers. He's not going to try and fight. He's just going to try and survive. Just gonna try and be annoying. But look at the military number, 75 for Green. They need to, what they need to do is they need to say, we need to go now. Boom! And just go. Green, without support, will lose all of his heavy demos. Oh my gosh! No. You're not gonna connect with these if you send them out alone. You need the galleys here as well. What are you doing, Green? Go. Just go. Just commit to it. Let's see it. Here we go. Here come the demos. How much of this is he gonna clean up? He's going in. Demos are obviously a counter to fire ships, but he's clearing out so many. Look at this. He's doing a great job. But Blue still has 74 military. Teal needs to come in. Teal could come in. Teal needs to think about that now. Why does Nadir, why do you have galleons down here? What is your... More demos can come out. Look how many demos he has. This is crazy. It's at 48 years. Can Blue hold it on his own? Look how many docks he has. Yellow's here as well, with the turtle ships. This is getting crazy. Nadir is kind of annoying me. Like, come on, man. Come on. Just let it go. Just let it go. They need to go to the middle. Blue's coming out. No. Blue's coming out. So that means the fire ships have to come out. The demo ships have to come out. There are no fire ships there. There are only galleons. So many of the demos go down before engaging, but some big explosions. And you know what? Blue's not next to the monument. Other players could come in. Unbelievable. Loudest Moose doing the right thing, coming out and engaging the demo ships. There's so many of them here. Green needs to keep them in his docks. He needs to wait. If Teal, Yellow, and Green were to fight at the same time, they could probably kill Blue or get close to it. Well, Red's here as well, but do they have the time? It's at 30 years. Hopefully they all go soon. There goes Yellow. You have to think about it. There goes Teal. Where's Green at? There are his demos. If only he had the demos from earlier. Blue has a ton of military, 100 military, fire ships, galleons, turtle ships, galleons, demo ships. Go! There's no rams in there, so this could be a good engagement. They could clear him out, and they just need to reposition him as well. He needs to stay in the middle to hold it. It's at 21 years. They need to kill everything. They need to go now. Green, you need to go. You need to send in your demos now. Blue's losing all of this army. He has all of this army still here. He's gone down to 71 military. He might be pushed off the monument. He needs to stay around. I think blue could lose it. Green needs to send out his demos. It's at 15 years. Green, where are you? True Analysis and XD are just talking to one another. They're just like, yeah, whatever. But you know what? XD's coming out. You need to fight blue. The demos! There we go! Go, 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 go! He can't run now. He really can't run. He has to stay here. And he could lose so many of these. This is so great. 8 years. The demo's coming in. Oh my gosh! Look how many are here! He's just running around. This is insane. Is he gonna hold it? I can't tell. It's at 6 years. He's gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it. Yellow, attack blue. He's lost it. He has to have lost it here. He has 2, 3 more. 1 more. How many more? Kill him. 2 years. He lost it in 2 years. Unbelievable. If Green wouldn't have come out with his demos, he would have won. Like, you have to credit Green for that, and honestly all the players for coming out, like Teal and Yellow, because that was a conjoined effort that was perfect. And now he's gonna win, because Blue has actually lost his economy on land. He has no wood left. Blue cannot win. Blue is out. Wow, what a game. What a game. Now, I don't think Green can win with demos. He can only assist. But man, that T90 demo emote was perfect. And now, Yellow has Koreans with a ton of tanky turtle ships in the middle, but in comes Teal, who could also go demos. And then we have XD, who cleared out True Analysis. Has a lot of extra wood, gold. He can come in as well. This is crazy. Now, the thing is like when multiple units, multiple armies come in, you really can't run. You have to stay around the monument. Now, if I were Yellow, well, first of all, you have to fight, right? But second of all, I would think about going back here. I don't know. He's sending more units in. I don't know why he's not patrolling into this to fight. I guess the real problem with these elite turtle ships is they don't have a ton of range. But he's holding it for now. It's a 73 years. Now we know what Green's gonna do. Like, he's going for the YouTube highlight. Just with a ton of demos. And now Nadair's joining as well. This is a great game because we have red on the right. Everybody's getting involved. Except for True Analysis. Except for Lesric. Except for Blue now. I don't know if he can do anything. Green actually was pushing him on land. I didn't realize that. World Raiders and Onagers, so... Blue probably wasn't concerned. He was probably just trying to win the middle. I'm just gonna sit here, not even move my mouse, and just watch the middle. I mean, at this point... we just... Actually, I'm gonna need to move my mouse, let's be honest. We just need to watch the action. Nadair has come over to try and clear out Yellow. It's at 58 years, but he's not with... he has no help, so he's gonna lose that. That's unfortunate for him. He hasn't really done much damage. So many demos here from whatever. 48 military, and it's all demo ships. But again, I don't think he can win the game with demo ships. He can only win our hearts. In comes Teal, in comes Red, so they're going in now at 50 years, which is a little bit earlier than players usually do, but probably the smart time to do so. XD has Galleon. Turks, of course, great water sieve. Demo ships have not yet come in. You can see what Green can see. That's all he can see right now, so... players don't have Carto. They're not even talking to one another. They're just going in at the same time. Yellow has a ton of turtle ships, but is it going to be enough? They're so tanky. He has so many of them. Have you ever seen so many turtle ships in your entire life? 42 years now. Yellow can't leave the middle if he wants to win this. Units out here are fighting. Receive 150 shots before they go down. That's what it looks like. Teal saying WTF. He's like, man, how have they not gone down? I want to see Teal transport some rams. He did have them around earlier. Yellow is still holding this. The turtle ships might do it. Yellow saying he forgot ballistics. Yellow has nothing else coming in. Yellow just lost it to Teal. Now what are we seeing from Green? He's at 60 demos now. 60 demo ships. Yellow's saying he's out. Is he out? Is he really out? Well, he might be out of gold soon. Yeah, he might be. And look at this from XD. He has an army on land. That's not going to accomplish much because he's not going to get any gold, but... And Teal's transport got killed. That's what someone's saying. I missed it. Sorry about that. I did see a transport come in, but it didn't have anything in it, unless I just overlooked it. Yellow saying, dude, want to trade. True Analysis putting up a TC here, and he says, maybe. True Analysis always finds a way to get into the game and be important. And I don't know how he even got here, but he did, and he transported. And he might help Yellow out. He might help Yellow win this game. We'll never know, but Teal certainly has a huge advantage now. 63 military in the middle. I mean, there's a lot of demos from Green, but they need to hit clumped up units that aren't running away. And the only way that's going to happen is if Teal is engaged by someone else at the same time. Yellow is behind. Red's not, though. He's a fourth of the way there. You can see the demos, just with that range, they struggle. Green's going out with this group of demos, and that's an expensive group. And what is it really going to do? Not much. It's killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. And oh, whoa! Nadir! What is going on? So many demos! Why are people going for demos? I don't know, but I like it. This is going to be good because Teal's not running. Oh my gosh! Demos everywhere, clearing out everything. He's not retreating. My stream is amazing. You know, a lot of these guys are in my Discord, and we've been talking about the T90 demo emote, and they just want to see it used. I really respect that. I really respect that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. That's like a way of supporting me, almost. XD is coming in with the galleons, and he's not patrolling. XD, patrol, man. What are you doing? At least he stopped there. I mean, he won't lose all his army, but oh, not looking good. Red's coming in. And he says no trade. Oh man, Red does not want True Analysis to have anything to do with this game anymore. He found out True Analysis was here, and he's coming to kill Yellow now as well, and we do not want that to happen. We want Yellow to do well in this game. Is Teal going to hold the middle? I think Teal's going to be cleaned up. This is just a crazy game. I cannot believe it. So many demo ships. I'm just pondering over the YouTube title now. Demo City. I don't know. Like, what is this? Seriously. How do you explain this? Blue, by the way, is not out of this. I'm not sure what his plan is, but at this point, he could still come back. He needs to grab some gold somehow. Red has claimed the middle, and now Yellow's coming out. Now, Yellow, this might be his last stand. Because Red has Elite Jans and Trebs. But, oh man, a big Onager shot could change things. Get it, get it, fire, 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 boom. What? What? Are they weak? Okay, there's a lot of weak ones. I thought they were gonna go down. Yellow is screwed here. He is screwed unless he has some big Onager shots. But he does have the middle for now. Can he do it? What if Green wins it with only demos? That'd be crazy. True Analysis is gonna have to get a transport ready, and what do you know? He's done it. He already has a transport ready. He is the king of surviving. Yellow in the middle. Red realizing he still doesn't have ballistic. So I think right now, Red and Teal probably have the upper hand. Keep in mind that holy land units from Nadir, but he also should have an upper hand because he has all the resources from... Whoa! Is all the resources from Lesric, but look at that! How did I not see that? Look at the trade that Green has had. What? He's trading with Lesric. Oh man. Sorry for that weird noise. He's trading with Lesric's dock, and he is 2K trade profit. What? Now that's gonna go down now because of the castle from Nadir. But that is brilliant, man. That is brilliant. That is so smart. And he didn't just invest in a couple trade cogs either. He went with a bunch of them. It's been there the whole time. 44. And I didn't even say anything. But oh man, big engagement. Demos from Nadir. Also galleons. Yellow, it's at 65 years. Yellow might do this, and he's at 19 villagers. Demos coming in. We saw how well they do when they get close to clumped up units, and that's going to be a good explosion there. But the demos are disappearing. There are galleons behind from Nadir. Look at that, man. Look at that. Now green is going to struggle without the trade now. That kind of sucks for him. I mean, that was a really smart move, and Nadir has just ruined it. But he might have something else planned. Well, it's not like saving the cogs actually do anything. I would just let them run. You can't trade with anyone else's dock. Yellow is still doing it. Is Yellow going to transport Rams? I can't believe Yellow's still here. What's his population? 57 population for Yellow. He's going to try and transport something. Rams would be the ideal. Green needs to come in. He has 71 demos. And Green saying, please lose that castle. What does Yellow have in this transport? Red's going to lose that fight. Green needs to come in soon. Villagers aren't going to do anything. They're not going to hold the middle. 42 years now. This is Yellow's base. He has nothing left. It's all gone. 12 villagers now, but he has his docks. He is not giving up. He actually transported, how many villagers here? 8 vills? 7 villagers. So 7 of his 7 villagers into the middle. Everything he has is in the middle.
He's dead, man.
You think Yellow's dead?
You weren't even surprised they showed up. You just took it like.
Dude, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. Look at Green.
I like the trade from Green. I also like the demo ships, but.
Oh, and Nadir's he's actually deleted the castle. He's been nice.
Yeah,
take out the
I
dock
watched
eventually.
it on fast forward, killing like.
Oh my gosh! So many demos from Green. He doesn't need to commit so many, but Yellow is done. And he's going right towards Red. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I cannot believe this. I've never seen demos used like this before. He's chasing him down with demo ships. XD's like, what is this? This is awesome. And look how many he has, just because of the trade. Why is Nadir letting him do that?
He doesn't even have the speed upgrade on the trade, does he? He didn't the last time I looked.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
it affects your trade cogs too, people. It doesn't just affect the trade cards.
We've seen that so many times casting games together where people don't get that. But I just don't get why Nadir would delete his castle. It's possible that the Trebs came in. Yeah, as Yellow resigns, it's possible the Trebs came in from Green, but anyway,
I saw him delete it, man. Green signaled it, and he deleted it.
He actually deleted it. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Dave is here, if you guys haven't noticed, and he's gonna close out this game with us. This is insane.
I saw the 2-year denial on Moose.
Yes, that was that was sick, and we could still see stuff like that because there's 100 demos from Green. Oh, sorry, 57 demos, and then 100 military from Nadir. But Nadir has a lot of land units, paladins, and hand cannons, which he might use to attack Teal. I'm not sure. So right now Nadir has the middle, but will he hold up against XD, who's actually lacking careening, which is a really bad upgrade to be lacking at this point? I think he's gonna be able to hold. Are you catching up right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of hear like the game in your mic.
What? What?
I feel like, yeah.
What?
I could be wrong, but I feel like I hear the game in your mic. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, okay, so the dock just went down that was trading with Green to that castle I was talking about. So, rip to the trade from Green, but we could see Nadir try and trade because he's building a dock now as well, so we'll see what happens.
He's
The
making
engagement
the
in the
dock
middle.
in the same spot, so
Yeah, so maybe they will both trade. Build multiple docks, that'd be the best way to do it. Game's paused, but this is going to be really entertaining. He was just taking back the middle, and I don't think that Nadir will hold it for much longer. Look at the large army from XD. And XD still has all the land from orange and yellow. And he's pushing into blue as well, who hasn't really done much for a while.
well, blue is over at green space trying to do a wood heist. He has no wood on his area. So like he's there protecting it with the ships.
Yeah, I see
But
that.
like really the only two players that can win this are purple or red. Because they're the only players with wood left over.
But green, I feel like green has a chance because he does have wood next to where he's trading, and also he has so much gold in the bank he could and food, like he could always use the market.
But he's also Celts, so no bracer.
Yeah, it's true. That's gonna be the hard part for him. But I tend to agree. The players you mentioned are favored in my eye, and okay, cool. The pauses.
Let me know if you
We're
can hear the
back.
game sound in my mic. I don't know why you would be able to.
Maybe it was just in my head. I don't know. I don't hear it now. So I thought I heard like signals when I shouldn't hear signals. I don't know. It just wasn't matching up. So we're good. Don't worry about it. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Green's trade. I don't know.
Interested to see whether blue's actually going to survive.
No.
He
don't think
needs
so.
wood, man. Look at red in his base too.
Yeah, he doesn't have any wood. He's gonna lose all his farms too. It's gonna be so bad. But let's not forget about Teal in the middle. At 81 years. Now Green hasn't forgotten, I can tell you that much.
No, green hasn't, and red's just.
Okay, sorry for the weird interruption, but I need to make this clear. The game dropped for one of the players, and that player happened to be the host while we were playing this game. So as I was live streaming it, it actually dropped, and everybody was disappointed. So I ended up getting the rec from one of the players who finished the game to the very end, and I was able to now get on the computer and cast the very end of the game for you guys. I'm going to continue doing that now. Dave will no longer be here, and since I can pause the game, let's just review a couple things before we do that. I noticed a couple things once I loaded it. Yellow, who had a navy, has just been cleared out. He no longer has a base. He has no economy to come back into this one. Blue, pretty much the same story for him as red has units in his base. Green has been going demo ships for the entire game, and that's been extraordinary. But can he win the middle? That's the question. Also, green no longer has his trade, and the demo ship production will fizzle out over time. Now, Nadir over here, he seems to be untouched at home. I don't think he has any gold left, but if he does have resources banked, which I will check now, then maybe he will be in a good spot to do this. And he does have a lot of resources. He's also tossing in some demo ships. You really need galleons, I think, now, but demo ships will be exciting. And then, you know, you look at Teal, he's been raided to death. He's at 43 population. I don't think he can do much. If you look at XD, XD has an extraordinary setup at home with his economy. Maybe because he killed True Analysis and took all these resources? That's my guess. He also went through yellow. Now he's over at blue. He's doing a great job. The game is on. So, it's at 76 years. Morebeer has the middle. And we'll see if he can hold it. To win the game, you just need to hold the middle. I don't think more beer can do this. He's at 43 population, 40 population now, and only 7 villagers, 6 villagers. You can see that number dropping because he's just losing everything. And there's the disconnect from Wildest Moose, by the way, because that's what caused this issue. But more beer just has no eco to replenish his forces, and surely XD will come in, surely Green will come in, and I am so excited to see this. I'm so excited to see this. Now, Green says in the chat, he says he was coming for my wood. Well, that's an interesting point. I mean, players are getting low on wood. Dave and I were talking about that. You can see Blue is over here. He had transported for the wood. Green needs this wood, and now XD is coming in. And it's almost like XD has this... Like, this is laid out perfectly for XD, because not only is he on a good spot with his resources, not only is he in a good spot with all of his docks queued up, but he is damaging players on land, which will hurt their production on water. Right now, XD's ran in. It started the countdown again, which is probably disappointing for Teal, because that was his only chance. He ran away. But I think Teal should probably understand what's going on here. Now, Adair has a lot of demos, a lot of fireships, and a lot of galleons. So it's like all of these players on the left side are just massing their demos to try and get one big explosion, try and help them win this game. I think they should save it for XD if they can. XD has the middle, but it looks like Nadir is going to chase down Teal, which is probably a waste of units, but he doesn't necessarily know Teal's in that bad a spot as the demos now go back. Green is still amazing me. With 81 military, it's pretty much all on water. A huge shot there on the gens. I missed that. You can see the onagers really did work for him, but still he's going to struggle. He has nothing to defend. Well, saying that, he does have something to defend. He's bringing onagers back. Can Green do this? That would be crazy. All I need to do is kill the Janissaries, and then you can kill the siege. Still in the middle. There needs to be focus. 83 years remaining. If Red loses his military on land, then he'll have more pop space for water. True Analysis is still up here, by the way. He transported his 5 villagers somewhere. So he's still alive, but I don't think that's the focus now. Onagers should be able to clean up the Janissaries. They're not going for the Janissaries, though. You gotta go for the Janissaries first here. Because if you lose your Onagers... Oh man, that's a mistake in my opinion. There's only 3 left, but that's a mistake in my opinion. Anyway, focus needs to be on water now. You can see these two are thinking about going to the water. Going out into the middle anyway. Green saying one last go, and that could be because of his resources. Now, he does have a lot of resources stocked up he could maybe sell, but I think his real issue here is he only has demo ships, so he's running out. So is Nadir. Now the demos, if they get in close, they can do damage, but the galleons are all back here, so I think it's possible XD will lose the middle, but I don't know if he will lose all of his ships. XD's gonna have to run away though, I think, because there's so many demos still coming in. This has got to be so crazy for him to see. Normally you don't see demos succeed, and you can see a lot of these galleons going down. Small's just killing everything with demo ships. Look at this. He's running in, just exploding everything. He has taken the middle now. And will he continue to chase this guy down? Because XD has a ton of galleons still. If he continues to chase him down, he has to be more careful now, I think. Because there's more ships. But he can get a big explosion! Attack! Attack! There we go. It's not bad. I mean, if you do the math on these attacks, it's probably not worth it for Green. But it just looks awesome. I'm sure somebody watching on YouTube can do the math, but man, this is quite a game here. I don't see much on water from Nadir now. Smalls is saying GG because he doesn't have any control on lands now. It's a shame because, you know, he was doing such a good job. I still feel like, I don't know, he has his trade running, guys. I still feel like, I mean, credit to him because he made this game exciting. But I feel like he could have still done something with this trade. Nobody else has this trade running, and he actually got it back up. He just called the GG. You never know. You never know. He would have needed a lot more pop in the middle, like right now, because it's at 94 years, and XD has a military of 127. But I don't think he was necessarily out of the game as far as resources go. Now, Nader, he also seemed to have a ton of resources, but these players were struggling so much with so many different things. I think the fact that XD was just controlling the water's edge over here really caused Smalls problems, because then Smalls was unable to get more docks up. What a game! What a game! I'm glad I could get on here and cast the rest of that for you. I'm going to have to put this together. Hopefully the quality is not too bad. But yeah, it was very exciting to see that. I've never seen demo ships like that before in my life, which is probably why the title will be Demolition Derby or something like that. You hate to have to restructure games, but you know, things happen. And that game had a little bit of everything. We had some interesting attacks on the land. We had crazy attacks on the water. We had trading. We had it go down to 1 or 2 years, I think, with Wildest Moose, and that was extremely unlucky. But yeah, a very fun one to watch indeed. I want to look at the achievements for you guys, and you can see Wildest Moose actually had the most kills, and that's surprising for me because he was not involved in the last like half hour of that game. Other players were close though, so maybe that's not so surprising. Eco, this definitely has to do with XD taking True Analysis's resources, because if you look at what True Analysis has, he has very little. So when True Analysis failed with that all-in attack, he pretty much opened up the door for XD to push and kill him and take those resources. And look at the resources he did take. Not only was the gold important, but the wood was important as well. And you can see a big difference in the wood. And a lot of players ran out of wood. I don't think XD did at all that game. You can see the uptimes. I honestly don't think that's really that important. At a game with a game like this, you really just need to execute, and of course, you need a little bit of luck as well. And XD, I think it was more execution for him than luck this game. Certainly, everybody was a little bit lucky. Wildest Moose got killed off. And there's the relic gold. So some players did have relics at one point. The trade profit, actually, I wanted to look at. Green did have 4K trade profit. I didn't touch on that, so that would have continued to add up for him. But yeah, that's about it. You can see Lesric struggled. True Analysis struggled with their eco. You really need eco in a free-for-all game. Like, you need to be able to do something with economy. 1 TC pushes will never work, in my opinion, just because you're going to have more than one person attacking you. So, you know, 1 TC power plays are not going to match up to 7 other people attacking. There are the battle axes. That was quite a game. Quite a lot of battle events. I wish I could understand this. I'm sure somebody can explain it or something, but basically, it was all Wildest Moose in the middle for a while, and then at 1 or 2 years, one battle and nothing else. Nothing else for him. Quite a game, guys. Credit to everybody involved. Very exciting, and I want to encourage you guys to check out the live stream. Twitch.tv/T90official. This was, of course, casted live. I do have different schedules, different times. That stream is linked below the YouTube video. And if you ever want to know when I'm planning on streaming, you just have to type !schedule in my Twitch chat. So I will see you guys around. Expect more YouTube content. Expect more Twitch content. We'll see you next time.